On the other hand, the Bernie Sanders campaign is off to an explosive start. He really is building a sort of mini progressive movement, reportedly signing up 175,000 campaign volunteers already, raising more than $1.5 million in the first 24 hours after announcing his presidential run. This is really a lot. If you look at some of the other individuals, Marco Rubio raised $1.25 million the day after announcing his campaign. Ted Cruz raised $1 million. Rand Paul raised somewhere between $750 and $1 million. Bernie Sanders is off to a good start.
He is, but this still, I think it's too early to be able to determine anything, right?
It is. Right now, he has a 7% support in the presidential primary polls.
But it is nice to know that he does have support. I think he's going to be my guy, and I think he'll add a lot to the conversation. But let's be realistic here. Is he going to beat Hillary?
Yeah. So I got some emails. I want to wait until the next segment to talk about that. I got some angry emails, Lewis, from our taking a sort of realist approach to the Bernie campaign, and I want to address that in the next segment. What we can say is that regardless of what ultimately happens, Bernie Sanders could really stimulate a true progressive movement and actually get on the national stage what an actual progressive looks like, not Republican light, which has become the sort of calling card of mainstream moderate Democrats over the last 10 to 12 years in this country. But he could really show us this is actually a progressive.
I think he will. I think the country needs to see that. I guess it's not going to hurt.
All right. Next, we are going to do Election Tuesday 2016. We have new candidates. And in that context, we will talk about, should we be realistic about Bernie? Should we be optimistic about Bernie? Are they the same thing, or are those two very different things? Make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/dpakman, and send me your thoughts about Bernie. Today's episode sponsored by Dashlane, which is a password manager that has already helped 2 million online users. I have a huge problem with passwords. I know I'm not supposed to have the same password for anything, and I have so much different stuff for the show, personal stuff, my home computer, my laptop, mobile phone passwords, and when I'm on the go, I need to remember every single one of those passwords. So instead, you can use a password manager called Dashlane, where you can use super complex passwords. They're secured and up to date across all of your devices, and Dashlane can even fill in the passwords for you online. I've been using super complex passwords, which makes me feel much better, that's for sure. And the best part is that Dashlane is free, as long as you know the URL. Go to dashlane.com/Pakman, Pakman, and David Pakman Show listeners and viewers can get Dashlane for free. That's dashlane.com/Pakman, DASHLANE.com/Pakman. Get Dashlane for free.